Yes, this is the second one in the same day. I wanted to keep these two topics apart because while they relate, they're unrelated too in some sorts of ways. I spoke in my earlier video about taking care of yourself, about doing things to help yourself. One of the things I practice with my therapist, and I have for years, is a emotional regulation technique called mindfulness. And mindfulness just basically helps bring you back to the present. It helps you avoid rumination. It helps you avoid flight of thoughts. It helps you avoid negative self-talk. It helps me as well when I'm fighting the symptoms of my ADHD, which can be really severe sometimes. I'm not kidding you. There are times that my head spins so hard, the wheel is going so fast that I feel drunk, that I feel like dizzy. My thoughts go so fast. And it's not the lack of desire to pay attention. It's not lack of discipline. It's not, anything I have done chemically to my body. But it's just part of the ADHD. In a former job, actually 3 jobs ago, and yes, I'm bad. You can see the cigarette smoke. So that's a bad habit. But anyway, 3 jobs ago, so it's been about 10 years, I had an employer basically give me what for fidgeting, for doodling during a meeting. Now keep in mind, I'm going to see if I can find something here. Give me just a second and we'll pause you. Alright, good. Keep in mind that he really reamed me because I doodled during a meeting. I like to doodle. I like to Zentangle. Just a second. The cats seem to want to fight right now. But anyway, he reamed me. And as I've said, Zentangle, the Zentangle art, where you color it, or drawing, I love doing it. You can get that. Let's see. Hang on. You'll see, I haven't finished the video yet, but you'll see a video where I'm working on this. And I need to actually finish that. Maybe I'll do that tonight too. Need to pay bills first. But I won't do that. But anyway, see, squirrel. Jeez. He gave me what for over that. He called me in his office. Among many things that day, he decided he was going to tear me up for. And keep in mind, that day was the last straw, so I kind of gave it back to him. When I saw him doing this while he fussed at me for fidgeting. But he's sitting there doing this with a rubber band. Now, usually if you do that, you kind of have it down low, like on your lap, if I'm messing with something. And I try to keep it to a minimum. But he got quite upset when I pointed out to him that he was doing the very same thing that he was giving me a hard time about. And he definitely was ADHD. Not sure he was ever diagnosed or treated, but he was ADHD. So anyway, I'm sure you all have seen these. I got myself one of these. My therapist had a fidget cube, and I messed around with that the last couple of times I've been there, and really have thought about getting one, but just didn't take the time to go online and look for it. But anyway, I'm not great at this. But today we were also talking about this, and it's a fidget spinner. and I told her how I'd seen them and how much I'd like to have one, and that I thought I'd go on Amazon and look for it. And this comes into the statement she made to me about me being a manifester. I guess positive vibes, you know. But I told her I intended to order one. So on the way home, I stopped at 7-Eleven to naturally buy cigarettes. And sitting on the counter were multiple little boxes of these, different colors. Unfortunately not blue, but I can live with the black. And it was $8. Now they're like $4 on Amazon. I guess you pay shipping and handling, but you have to wait like a month to get them in the mail. Where this is pretty much immediate gratification, and I could bring it home today and have it right now, which I really kind of liked. But I'll bring it closer. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the camera, at the phone screen and not the camera, and it looks like I'm looking off into the wrong direction. Or I'm not really sure which direction to look in. But it is a fidget spinner. There are several things you can do with it. I'm going to tilt it down for just a second. It will spin for quite some time. Whoops! So sorry about that. Okay. Alright, hopefully the camera will stay. But it should spin for about a minute or two. Pay no attention to my art desk. It is disgusting. Well, not disgusting. It's paint covered. I didn't cover it when I painted. I figured it's an art desk. It should get dirty. There are also other things that can be done with it. I've never tried this, so I'm not sure how well it's going to work. But I'll give it a try. That's not going to work. So I'll kid on YouTube, do this, but I don't have the right kind of pen. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do it for you. Let's see if I have a paintbrush that it'll fit. There we go. So let's give that a try and see what happens. Yeah, I can't make it do it. But I'll figure that out later. Anyway, they're quite fun. You can take these caps off. These are what helps you balance it on your finger, but I found I can still balance it without it. But there are some tricks that you can do with the caps on that you can't really do without them on. Now I have found it's a little large for my hand. They do sell smaller ones, which I might look for. I'd like to find one just like this, but a little bit smaller, so I can also spin, you know, that way. But it's not going to spin for me that way because it's too large for my hand, so I have to stick to that. So far, that's my only trick. I am trying to learn to shift it to the other hand. Haven't quite got that down yet. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's loud and distracting. If I'm using this in a situation where, let's say I'm going to social work conference next week. Let's say I'm at social work conference. I won't be trying to flip from hand to hand or trying to do tricks. I'll just be doing this. And probably just holding it with both fingers and just letting it spin. It makes very little noise. I don't know if you can tell, but very little noise. And I'm holding it right up to the phone, so it's probably louder there. But, like, even the person next to me isn't going to hear it. So it's a means to help me not jitter. It's a means to help me sit still. It's a means to help me be present. And I think that's one of the most important things is for people with ADHD or anxiety disorder, or who just have a hard time being still, is learning how to be present. I am 51 years old and I still have a hard time being present. But I know this will help. It's really cool. It's very, very soothing. It's funny, all the technology we have, and something as simple and, non-electronic. Of course, there's technology in it, but, it's not like a 6 gigabyte telephone. Plus, this isn't going to distract me from what's being said. My phone will. We all know that. It's something to give a try. If you know a kid that has difficulty sitting still, if you know an adult that needs a fidget toy on their desk, $5 on Amazon, $8 at 7-Eleven where I found it, and I have a feeling I'm going to be messing with it all evening, and trying to teach this old dog's brain some new tricks. Dexterity is not my forte, but I'll give it a try. Thank you. God bless. Stay strong. Bye.